Welcome back to another episode of Blue Belt Combat Sports with your hosts Zach and Neil. We're gonna do without video today to start trying something new. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's get started
technical
on.
problems.
Yeah, well, podcast should just be all audio, right? There should be no video. Otherwise, it's just a fucking like radio show at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends. It's a podcast and podcast just depends on what you want to be.
Yeah, but yeah, man. UFC 308. Let's talk about it.
Oh man, this card broke my heart, man. It's a great night of fights, but goddamn,
Yeah,
broke my heart. I mean, let's start from the top. Billy Taporia knocked out Max Holloway, third round, knocked him out clean.
yeah,
Um, I mean, he
crazy.
dropped
I
him once
was
before
watching it
that.
on. Sorry, go for it.
No, I'm saying he pretty much dominated the fight. I mean, he dropped him, I think, once or twice before that. And yeah, I mean, it was just pillar to post before he dominated. Sad.
Yeah, man. Max is a legend, so this is surprising.
Yeah, I mean, Ilya is so like precise and powerful, and just overall skilled and just about every regard you can hope for. So I mean, not like terribly surprised. I mean, I kind of thought he would win, but it's just a bummer seeing a guy go down like that. So
Yeah, I mean, Max has never been even knocked down technically, and he was knocked down multiple times in this fight, so it's shocking.
um,
I'm hoping Volk doesn't fight Ilya. I don't think Volk can beat him.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't see how Volk could like game plan for that. I mean, he got knocked out even quicker.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ellie just like cornered him against the cage, unloaded a combination, and just slapped him. I mean, the guy's got ridiculous amounts of power.
Yeah, and like I think Josh Emmett has more power, but Ilya like stood in the pocket with him and threw hands. Like he's not afraid of him, which means his chin is good, which scares me because it's like who's gonna beat this guy?
Yeah, I mean, he could be a major problem in the
I
foreseeable future.
think the only way to beat him, because he hasn't faced a real wrestler yet. I mean, Bryce Mitchell's kind of that guy, but not really. Like, I think Evolov or Aljo could. Evolov probably has the best shot.
Oliver Alger. I mean, let's see where they're
But
at.
I would also like to see, I would also like to see Aljo get a title shot and then get knocked the fuck out again because fuck Aljamain Sterling.
Honestly, I feel like you need to be like bigger than him to like keep him as far away as possible. So I really feel like it needs to be like more of a range fighter, like a powerful kind of lanky range fighter.
Yeah,
So when I'm looking at who that could be, I think the leading favorite would be Diego Lopez. Now I
yeah,
say Diego Lopez because I mean Avoyev, I'm sure he has significantly better wrestling, but I mean he doesn't have nearly the striking. He get eaten alive in the feet. So, I mean that's kind of a squash.
yeah. I just
I'm
want to see
looking
Aljo get knocked out again. That's just a fun sight to see.
I mean sure, but I mean and Aljo could make it interesting. I mean I think he's awkward enough to make it interesting.
If
But
O'Malley can knock you out or knock you down, knock you out, what do you think Ilya's gonna do?
Neil, you're using MMA math, which is a smooth brain activity, and you need to stop doing it.
No, no. My point is O'Malley's power. Compare that to
a
Ilya. Ilya has
different it's a
power.
different weight class. I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, Ilya, you're talking about the two hardest hitting guys at both respective weight classes. Sure.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you could
But
say
what I'm
King of
saying
both
is
those
Ilya
guys.
is a hard hitter in general. Like Ilya is a hard hitter. If Aljo can't handle O'Malley's power, how is he gonna handle Ilya's power? I'm not talking about like overall fight. I'm talking about just power. Like
I mean,
take a shot right on the chin.
I guess you could argue that the weight cut, not having as hard of a weight cut, could help improve that.
I mean,
But
it's still a hard
reality
weight
of the
cut. Aljo still
situation.
walks around at what
I mean,
175.
yeah, I mean, still the reality of the situation is that he's been knocked out several times in the past. So, I mean, he's just going to be
Yeah.
vulnerable to that.
That knee from Piotr Jan probably damaged his brain a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there was a knee from Piotr Jan, there's a knee from Marlon Moraes, there's a punch
Yeah.
from O'Malley.
Yep. All
He's
right.
been he's been hit hard quite a bit.
All right. Any other comment on the fight?
Really, I mean, I just think Tabor is going to be a major problem for the foreseeable future. I mean,
Yep.
we're looking at the matchups and it's just go through the rankings, find a guy who could like you can make
I
the case. I don't
I
know, maybe
think
Diego Lopez, maybe.
I mean, he's gonna fight. Let's see, featherweight rankings. Ilya's probably gonna fight Volk again, and then he'll probably fight Diogo Lopez again, and then I think he's gonna fight either Ortega or Aljo.
And by the way, he has fought a legit wrestler in Josh Emmett when he went 5 rounds.
I meant never fucking wrestles though. I meant rarely wrestles.
Still, he's a great wrestler.
Well, I mean, that's why no one wants to see Emmett versus Aljo because Aljo will get destroyed because can defend his takedowns, and then Aljo struggles against guys who have power.
Yeah,
Emmett would be a nightmare matchup for Aljo.
that would be an interesting matchup.
It'd be a
Just
nightmare
all
matchup
different.
for
I
him. It's
mean,
like if you
like
can't take him
Aljo.
down,
Because here's the thing, man. Aljo has like he just has like that backpack ability. He's got like a Damian Maya ability to just like grab on and just stay
yeah,
latched on, which you
that's
can't
true.
get. Like people won't really find exciting, but you know, the guy can heal the backpack whenever he wants, which is a really valuable skill, especially against a wrestler who isn't necessarily used to working off his back, such as Josh Allen.
Hmm.
So, I don't anyways, more Aljo disrespect out of your
All
mouth.
right. Well, fuck Aljo. Anyway, moving on. Next fight, Chimaev and Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah, I mean this was another tough. I mean, good for Cobbs. Cobbs looked fantastic. I mean, he
This was a
dominated in
must
front.
win for him.
Yeah, I mean, his back was against the wall, and just from his own, health issues, he came
I'm
out like that,
surprised
man.
he I'm surprised he got this fight again because I expected Robert Whitaker to say, okay, well, I tried fighting him, he pulled out. I wanted to fight. Give me Jared. Give me like I don't know, fucking what's his face, Imamov, someone ranked in the top five.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they just really wanted to make the fight, and this was the reason why. I mean, Cobbs just looked fantastic. I mean, no one's ever beaten Whitaker like that. It's just never happened.
Yoel Romero couldn't do it, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I mean, Stephen Thompson beat him in the first round, like early in his career, but other than that, I mean, this is definitely the worst domination of his career. I mean, he got his teeth busted. It wasn't his jaw. I know at first they were saying it was his jaw, but he was saying that his teeth got busted in. So his jaw's
No.
fine. But no, I mean, Kamza looked great. I mean, I think he's. I mean, after this, I mean, you got to make the fight with Duplessis. That's the fight to make. He'll jump out when it's
I
hot.
think he should leapfrog Sean Strickland.
Yeah, I would agree.
When you
I
have
would
a
agree.
submission like that in the first round, you get the title shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fresh matchup. He looked great. Beat
I'm
Whitaker.
gonna go you one better. I think that right now Robert Whitaker is ranked number three at middleweight. All right, hear me out here. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Adesanya is number two right now. I think Chimaev should leapfrog both of them and go up to number two in the rankings.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what will happen.
Is he's coming off two losses in a row, and Chimaev just beat the fuck. Chimaev beat Whitaker within 2 minutes. Like
Yeah,
you got to give him the number two ranking right now.
yeah. I imagine that's how it'll play out. That makes sense.
I was
Look
interested more
fantastic.
so in seeing Paulo Costa and Chimaev.
Yeah, I mean, just because of the chaos of that, but I mean, Costas just looks so. I don't know. He hasn't looked good in God knows how long, man.
He hasn't, but if there's one thing we know about him is his takedown defense is elite. It's really fucking good. So, like, it
Yeah,
would
but I
have been
mean,
interesting to
Whitaker's
see.
takedown defense is really good too. I mean, this guy's a steamroller.
Yeah, no, Whitaker's takedown defense is really good too. It's just Costa's bigger, so it's like Chimaev, like a lot of what he was doing was just like bear hugging and out wrestling him in terms of strength. Like, it's a lot of technique too, but it's a lot of strength as well. And I'm interested in seeing how Duplessis handles that because Duplessis is a fucking Duplessis drank like giant's milk when he was born. Like, look how fucking big Duplessis is. So it's like interesting.
Yep. All right, man. Well, that's all I really have to say about that.
Next one, the snooze fest of the night.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm curious if they're going to give him a title shot, but I mean, he looked good. I felt talking about Ankalaev, Magomed Ankalaev, and Alexander Rakic.
Rakic looked
Um,
like he was lost.
yeah, I mean, this is a weird fight because Rakic just never got going. He never like implemented his game plan at all. He just like or successfully. I mean, he just
He looked so good
just
in the first like round and a half in that Yuri fight, and then he doesn't look good at all now.
yeah. I mean, he just like a step behind the whole fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, Greg Tonkalab did his thing. Got a unanimous decision.
I don't want to see Ankalaev fight Pereira. I think it's just he's not high IQ fighter. He's just boring.
You know, you got to give the guy a title shot. Okay, I mean, he's
At
just
this point, yeah, there's no one left in the division, so fuck it. Ankalaev, have fun. Alex is gonna knock your ass out.
yeah, I mean, they avoided it and avoided it, and so now I'm curious. So
If if uh if Carlos Ulberg knocks out what's his face, Odezimir, like impressive enough, they might leapfrog him. Like watch.
my own the thing that makes me nervous about the Ankalaev Pereira fight is
Hmm.
Pereira's doing a movie, which I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of a kiss of death sometimes, where they just like kind of lose focus on the camp. And they
Yeah.
have this movie, and then it just kind of all falls off the wagon, and somebody comes along like Ankalaev, who's a total dark horse, and just completely disrupts everything. I mean, that's tales all this time, you know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what makes me nervous about it. But I mean, he'll most likely get the next title shot. So see what happens. Pereira's obviously got the ability to knock anybody out in the world. But I mean,
Hmm.
Ankalaev's just got the most complete skill set at 205. So I mean, I think
Yeah, no,
that's
pure skill set, Ankalaev by far and away, like is I could argue Jan is probably up there. Like actually, you know what? No, I think Jan Ankalaev's a better offensive wrestler than Jan. Or they could be similar. I think Jan is more overall. If you look at power and submissions, Jan actually has like submission wins and like power knockouts. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I guess yeah. I mean, Jan definitely. If you're looking at like results, I mean, he definitely has the most well-rounded resume. He's got most balance of knockouts to submissions.
Bro, he make Luke Rockhold look like he like fell down the stairs and was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I mean, he's had highlight real submissions. He's had highlight real knockouts. So I mean, yeah, I agree. Probably Jan Blachowicz. I mean,
Speaking of,
if we're looking at immediate contenders, then that that regard would go to Ankalaev.
yeah, I think Uncle Ive's gonna get the next title shot, and then the winner of Odezimir Olberg is gonna fight Jan most likely, and then whoever wins that will get the next title shot after.
Mhm.
Like you have contenders. Odezimir's there. Olberg's coming up. Krylov's still around. He's coming back. This new guy,
Yeah,
Ozma.
it's gonna it's gonna take a couple years for that division to like really the contenders to really take shape. And he Pereira's just ran through all of them. So I mean, I think
Pereira
it's
wins two more. I think Pereira's gonna go for two more defenses of light heavyweight, and then he's gonna move up to heavyweight. I can see him fighting once in the spring, or yeah, once in the spring, like March, April, May, and then once again in like August again, and then he's gonna move up to heavyweight after.
mm, good hand, good hand.
But yeah, anything else about this fight? Like, I don't really have any other comments. It's a pretty
No,
boring fight to be honest.
yeah, I mean, LeBron Murphy, uh, LeBron Murphy beat Danny Ige in decision, unanimous decision. He looked great. He was a step ahead of Ige the whole
Mhm.
time. Landed his combos, landed cleaner and better shots.
Yep.
He looked great. He's
Danny Yade
definitely
looked good
competitive.
too, though.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't look bad. I mean, it was a competitive, good fight.
Hmm.
LeBron just got the better of the exchanges and
Yep. I,
outscored him.
I thought it was the correct decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see
Lar
Lerone fighting
Larone
like
should
Cater or
fight.
something like that.
Larone should fight Josh Emmett or like there going again. To get a title shot, so he's gonna have to fight probably Larone Murphy.
Yeah, I mean, that could make sense. I mean, that'd be him fighting down. Lerone would be getting a shot to move
He
up.
he
That would actually make sense.
he got a shot against Max. He lost. He got a shot against Evolve. He lost. Like he's gonna need at least two more wins to get a top five title or top five fight again.
Yeah.
So yeah. I
I
think.
agree. I think it could be a really good matchup. I mean, I think a Calvin Cater matchup would be fun too. Calvin Cater, just based on styles like Calvin Cater or Giga, would
Mhm.
be fun.
I think,
Good
yeah, I
opinion.
think that's good. For Dan Ige, give him some tomato cans so he can get back in the win streak.
Yeah, this was a tough matchup to take. I mean, can't really blame him.
Yep.
He's just fighting a younger, faster guy.
Yep. All right. Moving on to the next one.
Actually,
Shara.
oh shit, Roe Murphy's actually older than him, which is weird, but he just moves faster. I don't know. Anyways,
They're like the same
Shara.
age. They're like born the same
Uh,
year.
he's. I always think that Roe Murphy's younger than he actually is. I keep thinking he's like 5 years younger than he is.
No, no. He was in like he was a kickboxer before.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway, back to the fights. The next one, Shara Bullet. Fucking, this is the performance of the night. Like, this was by far the most exciting fight because it was like I've never seen a double-handed back fist before, like double back fist.
That was that was an interesting knockout. He just like he was just spam. That's what happens when you spam buttons in UFC 5.
I
It was
loved it.
crazy. I love it. I did too. It was very creative. I don't think I've seen that before. I've seen guys go for like simultaneous, like a double punch. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, that's not gonna work. Like you have no weight behind that. But this was creative. Hit him with one side, then he just like had perfect balance to swing her on the other side. Creative knockout.
Hmm.
Entertaining. I liked it.
No,
I don't really. You gotta give him someone ranked at this point, don't you think?
he just so he has 4 wins in a row. He called out Adesanya. I don't think he's gonna get that. I want to see him go up against a striker. So let me pull up the middleweight rankings and see what he should fight. UFC rankings.
Yeah, I mean, there's Michelle Pereira's there. Chris Curtis is there. Fluffy
Give him Chris
Hernandez.
Curtis.
You could throw him to the wolves. Give him Jack Manson.
No, no, don't give him Jack. Give him Chris
or
Curtis. Chris Curtis and him are gonna strike. We want to see a striking battle.
or Paulo Costa.
Or give him Costa. Fuck it, give him Costa because that'll
Give
be
him
a
Costa.
striking battle.
Yeah, that could be a fun fight. Um, yeah, he looked great. Give him Paulo Costa.
Give him Costa or give him Curtis. Or better yet, give him Kevin Holland.
I totally agree. Moving on. 205, Equal Aslan had a breakout performance. Had a crazy stand knockout, like 50 seconds. It was just basically him for 45 seconds, just like hitting this guy with hooks and uppercuts. It was crazy.
Yeah,
So he looked great. So shout out to him.
yeah.
Unfortunately, RDA blew out his knee against Jeff Neal, so that's tough.
Dude, Jeff Neal looked good.
He did look good before that. He did drop him. He can't really. It wasn't like he hurt himself while he was getting dropped, so it was tough.
Yeah, no, but like I think this was a huge win for Jeff Neal. He needed to get back on track. He should fight. Give him fucking hell. Um, let's see the welterweight rankings at like give him someone low like 15 or some shit.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll give him. I'm
Give
sure
him
they'll give RDA
MVP.
like a bubble game.
Either Neil Magny, MVP, or Wonder Boy.
Problem is, he's fought. I don't. I don't think they're gonna do like a veteran fight with him. I think they're gonna do him versus like somebody who's unranked and young. That's what I think they're gonna do.
Probably. He's gonna have to work his way back up to get a ranked fight.
Yeah, I mean he's when he comes back. I mean they're definitely giving him something like unranked.
Yeah.
Probably break to the rankings after the fight if he were to win. Jeff Neal, man, like Jeff Neal. I mean, you could do Buckley, you could do Gilbert Burns.
With Jeff Neal?
Yeah,
He's not gonna fight Buckley. Buckley's gonna fight up the rankings because he's on a
yeah.
hot.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I guess I was just thinking that'd be a fun matchup, but you could do. I mean, realistically, Gilbert Burns is probably the fight to make for him. Colby Covington ever wanted to fight again? You could do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, Colby
Dude,
and Gary would probably fight.
And Jeff Neal and Colby Covington, that would be a nightmare matchup for Colby because Jeff Neal cannot be taken down. Bilal tried. Well, who else was there? Fucking Shavkat. Like Shavkat couldn't take him down the whole fight.
Yeah,
Shavkat was like 0 for 7 or 0 for 8. That was the first UFC fight he had where he didn't have a takedown.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, Neal's a tough matchup for anybody. If he's on, dude, if he's powerful, I mean, he's just like a sprawl and
He
brawl, dude. So
he's such a good defensive wrestler, and then he's integrating his kicks now, so his kicks are getting better, and like he's using them when he's like not in space, or when he's in space, he's using his kicks well, and then when he's in the fucking pocket, good luck. He's got the most power at 170 by far. Like him and
yeah,
Buckley, I think, have the most power.
yeah, I mean, he's definitely on the short list. I mean, lives up to hands steel for sure. But yeah, I mean, Cressman, he looked great. For
Yep.
the fight of the night, dude, early fight of or late fight of the year contender. Taserback.
Dude,
Great about goal, but
so hear this. My coach trained with some he trains with guys from Kyrgyzstan, and his one of his training partners is has trained with Oral Bay, like, and he showed me photos of them together. Like, this is legit.
there you go. Look at that, friend of a friend.
Yeah, no, so he knows. His coach has said that like Oral Bay was the guy like 5 years ago. He was talking about him. Like my coach heard about Oral Bay 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. Rebecca just, I mean, Orbai looked good, but I mean, Rebecca was just a brick wall, man. He just got ahead of him.
Hmm.
I don't know what the eye injury was. I don't know if that was like an orbital bone or what, but I mean,
Yeah, my
Orbai's
coach said
face was
broken
just,
orbital.
yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, his face was just deformed, just deformed by the end of this fight.
Yeah, no, he looked
He's
like
making a
he
push
got
too, man.
attacked by a.
Like he almost got his back. He really
Hmm.
made a push. He just didn't have anything left by the end of it. Amazing fight though.
Yeah, no,
Rebecca looked great. I think Rebecca could probably fight like a bubble top 15 guy at this point.
he
It's looked
lost to
great, man.
Bruno Ferreira or Pereira. Let me look up Rebecca.
He's also Diego Ferrer.
Yeah, he lost to Diego Ferreira by knockout. He's not ready.
Yeah, but I mean that was a he was winning that fight before, and I believe he gassed out or something like that. But I mean he was winning that fight. If I remember correctly.
So that's another thing I talked to my coach about. Rebecca, the problem with him is he runs out of ATP, which is like the energy bullshit in your system. Like it's your body's energy component. He because of the amount of muscle he has and the weight cut, like he has like what he and he goes like full steam ahead first round and a half, and then you notice the last round and a half he like slows down big time. So like it's because he's got too much muscle on.
Yeah,
He's too jacked, bro.
yeah, yeah. I mean it could be a pattern. I mean that still. I mean he's looked great. An exciting fighter. Give him bubble guy. Need it. He just had an amazing fight, so he deserves a good matchup. A boost came back here. The boost looked great. Got a third round solid, dude.
Dude, a
The
boost looks so
cardio,
good.
cardio boost gonna make a run at 85. I love it.
Let me look up Babusa's record. Like, was he losing before this? A boost.
He was, I mean, he was coming off the fight against Warley Alves, where he had won. But before that, he had lost to Kyle Burallo and Sean Strickland. So I mean, he lost a couple fights, but I mean, they were against two of the best guys in the
I
division. So
mean, yeah, Kyle's top five right now, and Sean Strickland became champion right after. So I mean, it's not bad.
right, right. Those aren't
I
bad
would
losses.
if
Only thing with the Strickland loss is just that he was dominating and then he just cast out and he lost it by the end of the second round for us. So I mean that's kind of tough. But if you just on name value though, those are not bad losses. So he's doing
no
all right.
Strickland arguably beat DDP. Like Strickland's being the only guy to go to decision and almost beat one judge thought he beat him. So I mean, that's something.
Almost. Anyways,
Yeah, I know, but like
beyond the
one judge
almost,
said.
I'll tell you
I'm
what,
not saying Strickland won the fight. Strickland did not win the fight.
you
And
know what else almost happened? Chris Barnett's knee almost stayed in place before the fight started.
yeah,
That almost happened too.
yeah,
This is kind of a tough break for Chris Barnett.
yeah.
There's a video of him like jumping up and down and shit. And, like I think he was jumping up and down before the fight, just like amping himself up, and he twisted his leg over and just flew out during the fight.
I was talking to my coach about this as well. I think we spent like probably 20 minutes talking about the fights before class. It was hilarious. But one of the things he talked about was when you're 5'9", he's like the maximum weight your body can support, probably, assuming it's like whatever, doesn't matter if it's fat or muscle. He said the max probably is around 225. Once you're after that, your knees are just gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, I mean that's it's a big guy. It's a big guy. You know, short frame. So that's tough, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, the only other fight that really stood out to me, I mean, Free Basharat, he won. He got another win at 45. Ismail
Did,
Mardiev, he got
so
another win
so I caught
against
the
Bruno
end.
Silva.
I caught the end of the Renat fight. Did you think Renat won?
No, it was a close fight. I mean, I wasn't really like judging it too hard, I guess. I mean, I didn't have like an issue with it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I didn't have an issue with it. All right, did you? Did you feel?
I watched the highlights and I caught the end like the last round. I thought Renat won, but I thought it was close.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't catch like the whole thing, so I just don't really have that
Mhm.
strong opinion. First fight of the night's always tough, you know, especially when it's on at like nine
Yeah,
o'clock in the
Dana was
morning.
not happy with a lot of these fights. I think Dana though was happy with Chimaev, Ilya. I think Dan Ige, Lerone Murphy was definitely a good fight, and then obviously Shara he was impressed with because he gave him a Performance of the Night award, and then
Yeah.
Rebecca obviously. I think overall this was a very good card, and I think the Rebecca fight definitely saved us, and then the Ilya Chimaev and Shara Bullet fights like helped it.
Mhm. Yeah, I think the card picked up steam as it went along. It started out really slow, and then it just started picking up. And I think I mean, Rebecca and Orlby just kicked it off, and that's when the violence really started. And that's when I mean, Jeff knew, I know RDA fighting an injury, but Jeff knew was going off on him. Before that, Aslan went off on Sakura. Shar did his thing. Roman Murphy and Danny had a good fight. I mean, the Ankh live rackage fight was kind of a dud, but it happens.
Yeah.
And then obviously the two headlining fights are great too. So, I mean, I was happy with it. I guess, it's one of those fight cards where like the card's great, but the guys that I wanted to win didn't win. So I'm just like, why did Max have to get knocked out? Why did he
Yeah.
have to bust rubber with his teeth? But I
Yep.
got nothing against the guys who won. So
All right. Yep.
exciting stuff.
Um, Anything else?
That's all, man. Other than I don't think we had an episode since Francis won. So shout out to Francis Ngannou,
Yeah. Shout out to
uh,
Francis.
maintaining himself as a lineal heavyweight champion.
Yeah. Francis Ngannou, according.
One of the great moments of the year. Went super under the radar. Next thing you know, Francis is back, murking people. So that was awesome to
Also,
see.
also, shout out to what's this face? Shout out to Artur Beterbiev for beating.
Jeez, Arter better be, dude. Yeah, Arter better be. He fought Dmitry Bivol. This was a tough fight to kind of score, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't think a lot of boxing fans who watched this fight felt like Beterbiev won. I mean, I was rooting for Beterbiev.
Mhm.
I kind of felt like Bivol should have won. I was surprised when I heard that Beterbiev won.
Yeah.
Uh, Bivol was landing the better combinations.
Hmm.
I felt like he had better just ring control, I guess. He was just kind of he was controlling the pace of the fight. Now, Beterbiev he was hitting him way harder. So he was hitting him less, but he was hitting him way harder, and it would disrupt Beevil's combinations.
Hmm.
But I think the last thing the judges were seeing is at the end of these combinations is Beterbiev landing the best shot of the exchange, even though it was only a
Hmm.
few shots. So I think it was just a case of judges felt like Beterbiev landed better shots versus they just
You
rated Beterbiev's power higher than Beevil's volume.
you have been looking forward to this fight for years.
I have. It was kind of an awkward fight. It wasn't like a barn burner, I'd say. Um, it was a very close fight, one that deserves a rematch. So I think that's next logical step to make.
My favorite part of all of this was was after the fight. Bivola's ex-wife is like, better be if you beat Dimitri in the ring. I beat him now in court.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see any of that,
It was
but
hilarious.
I didn't see anything about 6 fight. That's funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, it was funny. But yeah, man, that was crazy. Shout out to Better Beef. Like, good job for him. Beefull's gonna
Not
come
the better
back stronger
be.
than ever.
People was really sad afterwards. It was actually pretty depressing. It's just like I'm just sad, dude. I'm like, oh no, not people.
Yeah.
But I hope they
Um.
do the rematch. People deserves a rematch from that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a robbery. I would call it a robbery. It was just a close fight,
Mm-hmm.
really close fight.
Also, shout out to God, what was the UFC event before this? Shout out to Fluffy Hernandez for beating Michelle Pereira. Fluffy's coming up. Fluffy's got Fluffy's got Fluffy's got a future in getting good title shot. Like he's an up and comer.
Yeah, he's definitely dark horse, working his way up.
And then shout out to Brandon Royval for beating Tyra. He had a good fight.
Yeah, no, you look great.
And shout out to Grant Dawson for giving his wife a shout out for her dump truck. You can throw a quarter off
Great.
that thing.
Yeah, no, that's a great call out.
Yeah. And then what else was there if we're missing anything? Shout out to Rob Font uh bouncing back in the W column. And rest in peace to the legend of Robelis de Spain. This man lost by decision.
Rest in peace, Rebellis to Spain, 2024 to 2024.
That dude had a knockout in like 6 seconds, I think it was, or 10 seconds. Like you remember that for that O'Malley Cheeto card? Like he had a fast knockout, and then he lost his next fight by against a guy who never had a takedown before in his life.
Yeah, no, tough break for Rebellis to Spain.
No. Shout out to D-Rod. He bounced back with the win.
Yep.
Who else is there? Junior Tafa bounced back. Shout out to Junior Tafa, great guy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. You can shout out the whole fucking roster, bro.
I just want to give a shout out to the guys who have
Let's
won.
give a shout out to everybody.
Yeah, but
Dude, yeah, no, you got
we didn't cover the last couple of events. I'm just
no,
trying to
no, I
catch
know.
up.
I'm giving you a hard time. Give Nate Diaz
Yeah.
little shout outs right now, dude.
Oh, yeah. Also, shout out Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. They're about to fight in like 2 weeks, I think. So,
It's the worst fight of the year.
yeah. Um, yeah, so that's that. And then let's move on to the fight card coming up. Moreno versus Albazi. I got Albazi. I think Moreno's not in the right headspace right now.
I mean, he took time off, so he could be in a good headspace now. He could be in a better headspace now than when he lost to Ravel. You know, he didn't look good in the Ravel fight, and that's why. I mean, it was a good fight, but he just kind of fell behind.
No.
Um, that's kind of why he took time off to like reassess. So he could come back looking better than ever. But with that said, I mean, Obazi's probably, you know, he might be. I mean, it's him, Figueiredo, for the most powerful guys that he's fought, right?
Hmm.
And I feel like Obazi's a bit more explosive. Like Figueiredo's, he fights a bit more lean and just, I don't know, he's just got a completely different style from Obazi. Um, I my gut's telling me Obazi
Mm. I'm going with
over
Albazi as
5 rounds. Now Obazi's a question mark. It's like, all right, how good is he going to look after coming off of what was supposedly like a really serious neck injury? So I mean, that's also a tough factor to consider
well.
too.
I got Albazi by decision.
Let's just say all things are equal and take Obazi.
Yep. All right, next one. Aaron Blanchfield, Rose Yamahunis.
Dude, I believe in Rose, right? I still believe.
I'm going with
I
Aaron
think she can win.
Blanchfield.
Um,
The prime of Elmwood Park, New Jersey.
I don't think Blanchfield's striking can hold up with Rose's. I don't think she's fast enough on the feet to keep up with Rose's footwork. I don't think she's refined enough um, to keep up with Rose's combinations. I think Rose is good enough on the ground to be able to nullify what Blanchfield's game. I mean, Blanchfield's whole game is kind of jujitsu, like wrestling jujitsu. So I think Mama Eunice can nullify and ultimately get a decision. Probably, I mean, it'll probably be a decision. I don't know if she'll like knock her out, but I think she'll be
This
able to.
this division's very interesting just because it's like, God, who's the champion in this division again?
Jesus, no, it's Pantoja or not Pantoja. Oh my God, that was a men's 25. It's Valentina.
Valentina, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just wanted to confirm. I didn't want to say it was Zhang Weili. Um, yeah, because Manon Fiorot has the next title shot here. So
Yeah,
she's gonna fight at some point next year. She's gonna fight Valentina. So it's like, okay, so this is like a big fight for like the next potential number one contender, you know?
right.
Because Blanchfield is currently ranked she's number three in the flyweight.
Yeah, I mean, I just think stylistically, when you're looking at, I mean, yeah, I think she's better at range. She's better in terms of her combinations. I
Mhm.
think the main advantage Blanchfield has over her is that she just has more of an edge to her right now, more
Yep.
like kind of drive to her when she's fighting. She's got more
Mhm.
of a killer instinct
Yep.
than Rose has at the moment.
Yep. All
So I
right.
mean, that's really what it's gonna
I got
really
Aaron
come down to.
Blanchfield. You got Rose. Okay. Next one. The Black Beast versus this dude, Johanta
Yeah,
Diniz.
Jonathan Diaz, or Jonathan Denise. Um,
He's a
I
kickboxer, so this is gonna be a striking war.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll just take Lewis.
I'm taking Derek Lewis by knockout. Derek Lewis
Yeah,
already has like 15 knockouts, I want to say.
yeah, yeah.
He's
So
got
he's
he's
going for
got
the
23
record.
overall, but 15 in the UFC, so he's gonna knock this dude out.
Yeah, Marc Andre Baralt and Dustin Stolfus are trying to come back from both
Wait,
things
wait,
are
wait,
coming up back.
last thing about the Derek Lewis fight, I think this is gonna be a repeat of Volkov Derek Lewis because Yonata is 6'4", so he's a little bit longer. So he's probably gonna be beating Derek Lewis up, and he's a kickboxer, and then Derek Lewis is gonna hit him with the knockout at the last second.
All right, bold prediction.
You know,
Mike Malot's coming back.
Mike Malott.
Mike Malott, dude. I mean Zahabi's coming
His
back.
his last fight
That's
was Neil
Ross's brother.
Magny.
Yeah, the meme that was that fight. Charles Jourdain's fighting. That'll be entertaining. He's always entertaining.
Yeah,
I know he lost. There's some guys who are coming off like tough losses on this card.
Romanov had a tough fight against
Yeah,
Almeida.
yeah. I mean, Nascimento and Romanov both.
Oh shit, Nascimento got time off from his job as a taxi driver in Brazil.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis is that's the greatest
Dude,
Derek Lewis quote
overall,
ever. He's like, I can't lose to a goddamn taxi driver from Brazil.
yeah. Overall, this will be a solid card.
Yeah,
Edmonton hasn't had a card in a while. The Alberta Commission's always very sus, but we'll see what happens.
no.
Do you have anything you want
Lewis is
to
very
add
good.
about this, or
What's up?
do you have anything you want to add
Derek
about this
Lewis
card?
streak of fighting three Brazilians in a row is over.
Dude, I love the late career Derek
Oh
Lewis
wait,
Brazilian
no.
vendetta.
This dude's Brazilian. This is his
Yeah,
fourth
he is
Brazilian in a
Brazilian. I don't know
row.
what you're talking about. He's on a vendetta against all the up and coming Brazilians right now.
Derek Lewis is just fighting Brazilians now.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Goddamn. Who you got, Romanov or Nascimento?
Take Romanov.
Yeah, I think Romanov. I think his wrestling is just superior. I think Nascimento's jiu-jitsu is better, but Romanov will probably just hump him for the next three
Yeah,
rounds.
yeah.
Fun fact, Romanov competed in sumo for a brief time.
Oh, I can see that. The polar bear.
Yeah. All right. I think that's everything. So I'm going to hit stop record.